Nice stance, bro.
Hey everybody, it's David at StanceBros here, and today we have a very special video for you. We have a 1997 Toyota Aristo in, and the owner, AJ. Say hi.
Hello, guys.
Everybody say hi in the comments. And while you're down there, check out our online store and hit that subscribe button. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the car?
So this is a 1997 Toyota Aristo. It has the famous 2JZ GTE motor.
Awesome.
This vehicle was bought 5 years ago by me. I bought it from an importer here in Calgary and got it imported from Japan. I've owned the car since, and no mods to the car at all. It's fully stock besides the Tom's ECU. I'm looking to do a boost controller as well in the future. No plans to go single turbo yet, but you know, eventually
it's in
we will.
The future, hey?
In the future, yeah.
Do you have to wait that 20 years before you can import it in? Is that?
It's so there was a wait for for these cars, but since I think at that time when I got it imported, it was already past that point, so I could already they have it here in Calgary to use.
Okay.
But I didn't drive it much anyways. I only driven it for like maybe like weekends, you know, like once in a while, just kind of go for like a drive here and there. It's just been like that for the whole the car's like life here, and never been driven during like wintertime or.
No, it's a really rare car. Like, I've never ever heard of this car before. I met you outside, and yeah, as soon as I seen it, I was like, I have to get this on the channel. Yeah. So I really appreciate you coming in. We really do.
It's basically called the four-door Supra. Everyone calls it that because it has the same motor and stuff, and it has the same power figures as well. I think these cars make around 320 wheel stock horsepower, so it's pretty good for what it does on stock on paper. And then with the Tom's ECU, if I get a front mount and whatnot as well, you can push around 370, 380 at the wheel. So it's pretty tuner friendly.
So you mentioned it was stock.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do want to do to the car?
So I do want to take the twin turbos and put in a single turbo one here as well. Eventually, when I get to that time, and then. I've been looking online with a lot of forums that do mention doing a ZF 8-speed swap on these. So that will be kind of a part of the build as well. So eventually that will take place here and then.
So is your goal to make it faster, or like just drive quality, or what's kind of your goal with the car? I
would say just more fun. More fun and more faster. I know these cars, they're able to handle up to, I think, around like 800 horsepower stock internals, so you can push. So you can push good power with these things. So I do want to make it much more faster and more fun to drive around, and you know, just the full sleeper build, so no one knows what's coming behind you. Just kind of see this grandpa car coming around. It's like, oh shoot! And then
100%. That's what I think. If you pulled up next to me, I'd be like, oh, is this a grandpa car? Yeah. And then you're gone in like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, you're just already down the road. It's a lot of fun the way it is right now. Like being in stock format, it's still quite fun. But I do imagine what it would be like if I actually did the full build on this car.
So no plans to keep it stock. You definitely want to.
I do want to build it. Yes, I do.
Make it more fun.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And you never drive this in the winter?
Never. It's never winter driven. It's only parked in my garage, of course. Heated garage, babied in there. I only driven on a lot of weekends. If it's like nice outside, I'll drive it then. Like special occasions, weddings, whatnot, like that. But other than that, it's always parked in the garage.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what would you say your favorite part about the car is?
So what this car, it has active rear steering. So Toyota made a system back then which turns the rear wheels when you're turning at a certain degrees. The best part of this car for me is the handling aspect of it. It handles very well. Some people do to get that stuff taken out of the car because they find it more like a screw up at the end of the day kind of thing. It can fail.
Oh, okay.
But I've always found it to be very planted more with my car, and it handles much better. That's kind of I guess the best feature of this car, being at the age that it is, to even have that technology back then at that time. 100%. And then the other part is the motor that puts all the power down for me to experience all that fun stuff around the corners and whatnot. So.
No, definitely, especially for a 97 to have that active rear steering. Now, I know what active rear steering is, but some people don't. Do you want to kind of explain? So
active rear steering is basically when the car is turning at any corner, the wheels turn, I think it's a degree of 5 degrees in the back. So it kind of just brings the back end in more and kind of just like tucks the corner for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's kind of something to get used to as well. When you're driving it on the normal road, it does kind of swing a little bit. They kind of like sway as much. Hence why people get that stuff taken out. But I've gotten pretty much I've been driving for a long time now, and I've gotten that idea kind of in in my head that's gonna sway a bit. So I kind of got like used to that.
Counter turn.
Yeah, to counter turn it.
Okay.
But it's not as bad as you would think it is. It's pretty smooth, but it does it once in a while, like in the starting. But it's very good in that sense. It just creates like a really amazing, just like for like handling wise, and if you're like like moving and whatnot, like cutting like through traffic or whatever, it's very planted. I think the Lexus LC 500 does have that as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they've brought that technology back now in at that time from here.
That's weird that they would lose that technology and then bring it back.
I believe it's just something to do with maybe just like when it was introduced, because this is a car from the Japanese market, and I guess the market here didn't have that technology at the time. I'm sure the GS 300 and the 400 didn't have active rear steering. I might be wrong, but it might had it. But I know these cars from Japan, they did put in extra stuff in these vehicles to make them more like rare and kind of proper in that sense, right?
I gotcha. Now, what would you say your least favorite part is?
Least favorite part is I would say you're driving on the right-hand drive side. That's kind of been always my gimmick when I first drove this car. The first few years when I drove this car, it was really hard getting used to the idea of making a left or like a turn. It's like you can't really see what's oncoming towards you, and just kind of it throws you off a little bit. But over the years I've gotten used to it, but it still kind of throws me off a little bit. And then I guess the worst part would be also if you're going through a drive-thru, you can't order your food, you have to go inside. That's probably one of the other things you have to kind of
I guess going through the drive-thru, unless you're going through in reverse, I mean.
In reverse, yeah, that's something you could try as well. Yeah, go through reverse. It's always idea you kind of can't be lazy. You gotta just kind of like park the car and go inside and just kind of get your food from there, because you can't never do the whole like
keeps you active.
It keeps you active, yeah.
Awesome. And then I know you have other cars. Is this one your favorite, or do you have a?
So I do have two cars. I have this car and I also have a 2022 BMW like M340. They're both very similar in the way that they drive. And the Beamer is much more modern technology, so it's much more more boost. It builds more boost. It's a lot more powerful. I do prefer driving the BMW more because I've gotten more used to it now, because it's much more like fun to drive and more like engaging. But this is still like my favorite like treat. Like my first car that I bought was this one, so I still do prefer this one a lot. And so buying a BMW for the first time, it's been a treat, and it's kind of going towards it now as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think that would conclude today's episode. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks so much.
We might have to get your BMW on here one day.
Of course, yeah.
Awesome.
Bring it in.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Go follow AJ on his socials.
So my social media club for my cars is midnightclub.yyc. So if you guys can just go on there and toss a follow and a like.
Yeah, go follow him. Like all his stuff. While you guys are here, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Here at StanceBros, we're recognized as one of Calgary's premier detailing spas. Our meticulous attention to detail ensures every vehicle entrusted to us leaves looking its best. Join us on this channel as we showcase our passion for cars, detailing expertise, and exciting car content. At StanceBros, we're cultivating a community united by our passion for all things automotive.
Nice stance, bro.